In today's video, we have 1,000 Space Marines here, and they're going to be fighting in 3 different battles all in the same video, so stay tuned. The first battle is them coming out as a scouting party. 5 million zombies are about to invade, and so they've sent 1,000 Ultra Space Marines forward to try and stall these guys while a fort down below prepares its defenses. If all of the Space Marines die, the fort gets no reinforcements. If some of the Space Marines live, that many Space Marines get to reinforce the fort below from when the next millions of zombies come forward, because more and more will be coming. And then, once the fort is under siege, if it survives the attack, the Warhammer units will go on the offensive against the zombie army. If they fail the defense in the fort below, they retreat back to the fortress where the final battle against the zombies will take place. So there's gonna be like 20 million zombies featured in this battle, along with crazy numbers of Space Marines, Imperial Guardsmen, all sorts of Warhammer units in this battle. It's a different type of video, but I think it'll be really cool. So if you guys enjoy, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you'd like to see other videos like this. Either way, let's see what the Space Marine scouting party can do, and if they're going to be resupplying the fort below with more troopers in a little bit. Let's get it. Alrighty then, fellas, pressing start right now, and 1,000 Space Marines all lined up here, ready to defend against 5 million oncoming zombies. Now, for the first battle here, we're only using standard zombies, but in the battles to come, we're going to bring out military zombies, burn zombies, perhaps some trolls will enter into the video as well, so it's gonna get pretty difficult for the Warhammer 40k Space Marine units. However, of course, we're going to be bringing in even more Warhammer tanks, troopers, the whole shebang. But these Space Marines are super vital. If we don't get more Ultramarines for the rest of the battle, the defenses below are going to be having a much harder time. As you can see, Ultramarine fire is super deadly. They have explosive rounds that can rapid fire out at great distances. Clearly, this would work very well in a choke point defense, but the problem is that they need to go buy some time for the fortress below to prepare its defenses, so they really had no choice but to send these guys out, because any other Warhammer unit in an open field like this would get absolutely crushed almost immediately. As of right now, the Space Marines seem to be holding back the zombies very, very well. Just a few trickling in every once in a while. They are on guard mode, by the way, so they can sort of come forward and go back. You know, it is what it is. You know, it's not fantastico. But either way, they'll hopefully hold out for the majority of this battle and not lose too many soldiers. I don't know. They could get completely wiped. 1,000 Warhammer 40k Ultramarines is nothing to scoff at. I mean, already they've got 75,000 kills, but there's 5 million zombies at the same time. Keep in mind, each of these Ultramarines has 8,000 health to them. That's a lot of health as well, so they're definitely a force to be reckoned with here. We'll just have to wait and see. So, why don't we go ahead and do our first time lapse here of the Ultramarines defending the line against the zombies. Alright, well, the first Ultramarine has perished, so out of 1,000, 1 is dead on the battlefield. But they do have about 500,000 kills, and they're still holding out very, very strongly here. The first line is getting attacked, but the second line is completely healthy, backing them up very nicely. The guys on the corners over here are starting to get kind of surrounded in the forest, which is not great, but at the same time, these guys have enough health where they can sort of survive for a while. There we go, the second Marine is dead now. Sir, they've killed the second Marine. But let's watch them get surrounded over here and slowly die off. Again, they've already killed 10% of the enemies, which is pretty good, so they just need to kill another 90%. Alright, well, the zombies have now lost 1 million soldiers, so the Warhammer Space Marines have crossed that 1 million mark. However, now we've got 60 dead Warhammer Space Marines. Right now, they are outpacing the zombies, but the Warhammer Space Marines are weakening in terms of their strength. Yeah, like 5,500 health, 6,000 health. Yeah, they're getting lower. They're getting lower, so it is getting a little bit more risky to hold this line. But, I mean, they're on pace to kill all the zombies and have a ton of soldiers left for the retreat. We'll just have to see if they can keep that up, even in their weakened state. So, let's get it rolling again. Oh yeah, the Space Marines started to lose a lot more soldiers. 1.8 million zombies dead on the battlefield, and 459 Ultramarines dead on the battlefield as well. There's still some that have no damage at all, but I think the front line is starting to get gutted a little bit, which is a problem. Sorry about that, guys. Scout just went ballistic. Alright, either way, let's just let the Space Marines continue to fight. I'm hoping they can increase their kill count here, but it's looking like they might have no reinforcements going back. Literally 5 minutes ago, it was looking so good for them. Now it is looking not so good for them. Yeah, I'm afraid there's going to be no additional Space Marines for the final defense. There's only 60 of them left. They've only killed 2 million zombies. They really petered out towards the end. I thought they might have it, but they did not. Alright, let's just let this run and then go to the next battle where there will be no Ultramarines helping. Alright, 2.1 million zombies dead. Let's get the next battle. Alright boys, another 5 million zombies, but this time we're ramping them up a little bit. We've got fast zombies who have 2 times speed compared to normal. We've also got just standard normal zombies here too. Over this way, we've got the burned zombies, and then we have more burned zombies over here, which are just like a little bit more powerful than your standard zombie. Now, over this way is the small little fort. So, we have ourselves 2,000 chain swordsmen here, as well as Cadian guardsmen. Then over this way, we've got some of the Death Corps. Right? That's what they're called. I don't know Warhammer that well. And then finally, we have 2 of these shotgun robot units, which should help somewhat, I think. I think they're pretty powerful. I've never used them before. But if this fort falls, then the last fortress gets no reinforcements. If this fort wins, we're going to give the fortress back there, however many soldiers are left over here. So there is a lot riding on this. Let's go ahead and press start. And the last siege is going to be the hardest because there will be a lot of zombies attacking it, and we're going to upgrade the zombies once again. So yeah, it is sort of important for the Warhammer units to do better in these earlier rounds because they do get rewarded for them. So for example, there's no longer any Space Marines, Ultra Space Marines here. So that's kind of a big deal. If they lose here again, then they're not going to have any of the Shotgun Titan units, which I'm pretty sure are decently powerful. Oh yeah, they look pretty powerful. Look at those things. Look at those shots they're taking. Those are powerful. So they won't have any of those at the fortress. And the zombie army that they're going to be going up against will be more powerful. If the Space Marines had won, I would have made the zombies a little bit less powerful this time around. But they didn't, so it is what it is. Either way, we've got 40,000 dead zombies already, 0 dead Warhammer units. And these chain swordsmen are pretty good. They've got 8,000 health. Of course, they're just a melee unit, so they're not like the best, but they have a lot of health. They're tough to kill, so the Cadian Guardsmen and Death Corps troopers over this way should be able to whittle down the zombies while these guys sort of distract the zombies with their chain swords. It'll be pretty neat, I think. So yeah, overall, just going to be a very brutal battle here that we've got going on. I think it'll take a lot out of the Warhammer units here. They're going to have a difficult time, but hopefully they can manage to do it overall. How are these things doing? How much health do they have? These things, give me one of them. No, get out of my way. Give me you. No, get out of my way. Give me you. There we go. 75k health. That's pretty good for a tank unit. And clearly they do a lot of damage, and they're fairly decent fire rate. So these things could definitely do pretty well for a decent amount of time here, I'm guessing. We'll see. We do have 100 dead Warhammer units now, so they are going down. They only have 10,000 in this small fort, against, of course, 5 million zombies again. So why don't we go ahead and do a little time lapse of this corner here with the shotgun units and see what happens. Alright, these boys seem to be holding out a little bit better. They're kind of getting clapped over this way, but like pushed back into each other, so they're kind of forming actually a more solid line over here, but they seem to be doing pretty well. The body piles have reached the top of the gates, so the zombies are just storming over other dead zombies. It might as well be World War Z up in here. Same is not really happening over here, but I'm sure it will be fairly soon, so this could be the cool next little time-lapse opportunity spot here. But we do have 850,000 dead zombies at this point, and 737 dead Warhammer 40k units. So I would say that the Warhammer units are definitely doing better this time around and could actually potentially get the W, but let's watch this as the body piles grow, and maybe they'll start coming up over the top of this gate, which would be really, really cool, and we get to see the Cadian Guardsmen kind of in action a bit more. Oh, I walk away for 10 minutes and apparently the zombies broke that line. And they are coming over. They're coming over hard. But still holding out really nicely for the Warhammer units. They're doing great still. Are the shotgun units still? Oh yeah, they are. The shotgun robots. Can you even call them shotgun? I think it's more like a grenade launcher. But I'm pretty sure they're called shotguns in the workshop. So there's that. But yeah, the Warhammer unit's still doing great. They're still holding the compound. They got 6,500 troops left. The enemies have 2.7 milli. So it's gonna still be a while. Let's let it run. Alright, Warhammer units have a mere 4,000 troops left, but they're doing very well, and the zombies only have 1.8 milli left. So it looks like the Warhammer units probably are going to be able to do this. I mean, look at these body piles. They are ginormous! Holy smokes! So we'll go ahead and we'll let them continue to run it, but we won't time-lapse it. Let's just let it end because we're going to run out of storage pretty soon here. I'll check back in, though, if anything like really, really cool happens, but if not, we'll let this run, and then we'll see if the fortress is going to be getting reinforcements or not from these Warhammer units. Oh, it's actually getting really, really close at the end here. I thought this was going to be a clean sweep. But no, it's getting really, really close. So we do have some Cadian Guardsmen still alive here, but there's still 400,000 zombies left, and only 347 Warhammer units still alive. It really is coming down to the wire. And the two shotgun things are still alive here. And each, well, this one's at half health. The other one has only lost 10,000 health, so these things are clearly very, very good. But the guys down here are probably going to die out, and then all the zombies will be on these two things. So yeah, well, just shockingly, Warhammer all of a sudden not doing well. Did not expect that. They have 4.5 million kills out of 5 million. They're so close. They just need to hold on for a little bit longer. Let's continue to let it play out and see what happens. Bro, the freaking walkers did it! There's only 500 zombies left. I don't even know where they are, but these walkers, dude, are so powerful. 58,000 health left, 46,000 health left. That's crazy. So, the Warhammer units have wiped out pretty much all the zombies. There's 500 left. I don't know where they are. They're probably stuck somewhere or under this body pile. But we're going to have the two walkers in the fortress defense over here. That's very good for the Warhammer units. So, let's go into our final battle. This is going to be the hardest zombie army to defend, but at the very least, they're going to have two really baller mechs with them. Alright, boys, for our third and final battle, it's all or nothing. We have a huge army of Cadian Guardsmen, as well as these cluster missile tanks over here. Further back this way, we've got all of our Death Corps troopers, along with more chain swordsmen. Then, we've got our two of these walkers that came back with us. But we've got some more new tanks as well, including these laser tanks over this way. And then we should, yeah, here we go. Some of these very, very cool looking tanks. I don't know exactly what they're called. But we've got a variety of tanks here. We're also going up against probably the worst zombies we've had to. Standard fast zombies. Of course, we got trolls now on the battlefield. We've got these war zombies, World War II zombies, which are, I don't know how powerful they are. I've never used them before. We're also bringing in the military zombies, so they will be pretty lethal as well. So let's go ahead and see how this goes and see if the Warhammer units finally managed to do this thing. They did win one of their battles so far. They lost the other. But it all comes down to this. There's those cluster missiles going in, and wow, they are powerful. Never used that unit before. Yeah, we're doing a bunch of new units today, which is the beauty of Warhammer, because we don't often play Warhammer in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, so this is definitely very, very fun for me at the very least. Imperial Guardsman firing away, getting tons of kills on these burn zombies over this way. Slightly more powerful than standard zombies, but not quite as powerful as like the military zombies or anything like that, but they definitely will pack a punch. Oh my god, yeah, just protect the cluster missile systems, man. That's the big thing. How much health do these guys have? 10,000? They'll be able to survive for a little bit on their own, but they really do need the infantry support. So the chain swordsmen now are on guard mode, so they'll actually come forward to assist a little bit, which I think will be kind of cool to see. Here's the laser tanks over this way. It's not really a laser, it's more just like a big bomb that they've got. They got 20k health, nothing too crazy, but hopefully they can get some serious kills early on here. They do have very, very big missiles that they're firing out, so that's fairly helpful. And then we've got these interesting tanks over this way. They have about 30,000 health, pretty decent. No infantry support for them, but again, they're going to get some decent kills over here as well, which is nice because they've got some good armor as well as some really good killing ability with their missiles. But it's all going to probably come down to the interior over here, plus, of course, the exterior defenses with the walkers over this way too, because we already know those things are super duper powerful. So we've got 2,400 dead Warhammer units on the battlefield already. Primarily, a little bit of lag right there, primarily the units a little farther out, like over here, but that's okay. And we have 260,000 dead zombies. Zombies, of course, are starting with 6 million, so a little bit more than last time, and a little bit more powerful units than last time. But still, I think it's definitely winnable for the Warhammer units because they're starting out with the most number of units they've had access to, as well as some of the most powerful units they've had access to. It's definitely going to be a doozy of a battle, and we'll just have to wait and see what ends up happening. Either way, the Cadian Guardsmen out here are getting eaten to bits. They're getting beat up. They're having a hard time. It's not going super well for them, but hopefully they can hold out decently. Over here, laser tanks still alive, which is good to see. Very kind of shocked that these things are still alive, but hey, as long as they're alive and kicking, we're happy. We're happy as a clan. Again, never used those before, so they might be really, really powerful, or they might kind of suck. Don't really know, but seems like right now they're decently powerful, although even Abrams, I'm pretty sure, would still be alive at this point in the battle, secluded over there, so just for reference. Okay, well, these Death Corps troopers are getting pushed pretty hard. The big boy things over here are still not quite getting hit. And then we've got more chain swordsmen that have pushed down this way. Quite a body pile of zombies going on over here as the Death Corps troopers manage to get shots out at them. Look at these body piles growing. Very nice. And these funky tanks over this way actually do have a little bit of help from Death Corps troopers over that way, and they're still managing to get some good fire out as well, which is very nice. Love to see. And the cluster missile systems over here are bloodied to bits, and they're probably going to go down. But they're still getting at least a few kills. We're at 600,000 dead zombies, 6,300 dead Warhammer units. Pretty intense battling thus far. And we'll just have to see, man. We'll just have to give it some time. But let's do an overhead time lapse here for the start. Alright, well, Warhammer units actually only have 9,000 soldiers left, which is not fantastic. However, they do have 1.2 million kills, which is pretty good. Did the... Oh, no, wait. Okay, this round, I think because of the trolls, the walkers did terrible. Yeah, they're definitely not alive. Oh, yikes. I think that's due to the trolls, because the trolls have extra reach. Ooh, that's rough. That is rough right there. Although it is promising because we are getting some pretty serious body piles over this way, and we're not losing too many Warhammer units at a time. So that's nice. Yeah, these chain swordsmen are coming in and doing a good job. Doing a good. Whoa, 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 whoa. You just spazzed. So that's good. That's good. At least we got that going on. I don't know. Let's Let's let it ride. We'll do a time lapse of the door here, I guess. Alright guys, clearly this battle is going pretty long at this point because the zombies are really just kind of trickling in, getting killed at the doorways, stuff like that. So why don't we go ahead and let this ride for a little bit, and did not mean to place that marker, and we'll sort of check back in. Alright, well this shiz remains on lock by the defenders. They've still got 8,000 soldiers. I think last we checked, they've only lost like 1,000 or something in the last little bit of time here. But they've killed another like 1 million or so of the enemy. So honestly, these guys are doing pretty decent. I think we're kind of running low on the chain swordsmen, so they're likely to run out at some point here, and then we might have a little bit more trouble on the interior. But for right now, the Warhammer units are still hanging in there, and that's just that beautiful, beautiful choke point defense they got going on. 3.5 million zombies remaining. Let's let it ride longer and see what happens. Alright, so I started this time lapse pretty far into the battle going on. I just let it run for a while because my computer is like screaming in memory. But I think we've got another solid like 30 minutes of time lapse we can still do because yeah, we've done a lot of time lapses during this battle. But it seems like, I mean, the body piles just keep on growing. They're kind of letting them in a little bit, but killing them fast enough that they're not able to actually do anything. So this is really nice. They're doing a great job. 4 million kills for the Warhammer units. They've still got 7,500 troops left, 2 million zombies left. I think they've got this on lock. Unless something tragic happens, essentially, in which case there would be some problems. But yeah, they're doing super duper well. Let's let it ride. Alright boys, well, apparently during that time lapse, a surge of trolls came in and wiped out everyone. Wow, oh, look how big the body pile got over here. That's crazy. Body piles ended up being absolutely huge, but it wasn't too long after that time lapse that we ended up seeing the Warhammer units get completely kaputs, and that happens quite often. Is like, it's happened, I mean, freaking 3 times in this single video, actually. Is you think they're going strong, they're doing really well, and then like in an instant, it's all Jover. It really is. There's like a linchpin, and once that is done, it's Jover. It's big time Jover. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.